G'day guys, Cartanda coming back at you with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my final thoughts on Final Fantasy 15. Now my final thoughts on Final Fantasy 15 is that it's an amazing game with rich in lore and an amazing story to talk about. It's got some intriguing combat where you feel like you can actually have an influence on the battle with your group of with your teammates basically. Now the story can be a bit confusing. I suggest you go watch Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive maybe before you even play this game, because it will give you a much in the backstory on what this game is going to be about, which the story will be centered around. And if you don't, you probably will be missing some things, some references to the movie if you just jump straight into the game, and you won't know exactly what happened really, and how characters came to be that way, or there really. Now, as I said, the combat is intriguing and engaging. You feel like you're having an influence on the battle of your teammates. With Gladios, Prompto, and Ignis, they feel like they actually add to your combat. They're just another function really. They assist you with their own skills, and even with link-up strikes, which do heavy damage on enemies. Now, what I really liked about the combat was that it was very fluent. You just feel like you can ease into the combat very easily here from the open world. If you come across an enemy, it will signal you that you're being in an enemy zone really. And from there you can either engage or run away. Now, if you engage, you can go straight into a war strike which will instantly set off everything. You can go straight into the battle mode, and it's just so much fun because it's just so fluent. You move from enemy to enemy, just hitting them, and you can change your weapons on the side as you go throughout the battle, which will change the way you play the game. Now, the setting is in an open world, which is absolutely fantastic, and it looks gorgeous. It's really amazing how much work they put into this game, really. It's just downright amazing. It's gorgeous to look at, from the environment to the animals that actually live in that area. You feel like you're living in a very own ecosystem in that game, which is vibrant, and it just feels so real. Because the animals and animals that you come across there just feel like they're living on their own and just got their own will of their own. Now with the characters, if you don't really like the characters, you probably won't enjoy this game as much, because the characters are the main driving force of this game. Prompto, Ignis, Noctis, and Gladios are basically the main characters of this game, and they just work so well off each other. They're just one big family, really. And you just feel for them if they are going through anything bad. And the banter they have just bounces off each other, just feels so family-like, really. It's just one big brotherhood. Now, some of the main supporting characters can leave a major impact on the game, like Luna, whose impact is felt throughout the whole entire game. And you feel some of the stuff that has happened to her or what she is doing is affecting this group. It's affecting your main character Noctis. You can just feel it, and you can feel the struggle that's going within him. Main villain really, Arden, who is just so engaging and intriguing, and he's just so mysterious, and he's got such a great backstory with lore to back it up. And the more you dive into this character, the more you think he's really not that bad of a guy really. He's just got screwed over. He's just got a bad hand, really. A bad hand, and he's gone down the wrong path. The characters in this game are the main driving point of this game. They sell the game basically. The game's not built off the combat or the scenery, it's the characters that make this game work. Now what didn't work for me was the driving mechanics, which is basically on rails. Now there is a fast travel option, which does help sometimes. But if you're trying to go to a quest objective or a mission location in the middle of nowhere, it's going to be it takes about 5 minutes to get there sometimes. That's the maximum to get to one side of the map to the other. 5 minutes, that takes way too long. You can just find yourself looking at your phone or doing other stuff while they're driving to that mission objective. Now, another thing I didn't like was the loading screens. Oh my fucking god, they are so fucking long. It's just like, do they really need to be this long? I found myself waiting 8 minutes once for a loading screen to work, to just finish, really. Now, if that kept on loading, if that had finished loading easily, I could have been finished, keep on going to the game, but the loading screens do drag you out of the game. Now, what else I didn't like about the game was the end game. I just felt it was a bit too rushed, really. I felt that you could have done some more exploring, really, around the map area, around the open world, after what has happened. And seeing some of the characters after what such event has happened, see if they changed any of their characteristics, any of their persona, see if how these events affected them, really had a really impact on their lives. That would have been awesome if you could have done that, but it just throws you straight into the end game. But I'm not gonna lie, the end game is pretty fun. The end game is real fun. It's hard, but it's fun. I mean, there is one part really where it just throws you into the game without any of your weapons. You take away your weapons, really. I mean, you have magic, really, but the weapons are your basically make you feel vulnerable if they're taken away. And trust me, you feel real vulnerable without your weapons. Because it basically turns into like a survival horror game, really, which scared the shit out of me sometimes, really. Some of the mission part, really. And it's felt out of place, really, the survival horror part. It just really did. I don't think it needed to be in there, but if it was going to be in there, they could have done it better. My final score for Final Fantasy 15 is a 9.5 out of 10. This is an amazing game. If you've never played any of the past Final Fantasy games, this is a great jumping in block, because basically the first screen you see, it says a Final Fantasy series game for newcomers and fans. Great jumping block into the series. But for Final Fantasy fans, this is a welcome relief. It's gone back to where it has been, making great games. Because by the looks of it, the past entries haven't been that great, really. They're being all confusing, really. So by the looks of it, it's gone back to the way it has been. A lot more love and care put into the games instead of being rushed out with a confusing story. But I am now a fan of the Final Fantasy games. This is my first Final Fantasy game. I will be definitely getting Final Fantasy VII, the remake. I will be getting it and I'll be playing the shit out of it. Because I've heard that game is so amazing. But for my first Final Fantasy game, I couldn't pick a better game really to play. This is just amazing. I suggest you, if you don't have the game yet, go get it. Go get it. You will not regret it. I am about 36 hours into it still. I finished the game, but there's still so much to do, like monster hunts and side quests. You should definitely go get this game. You will enjoy it if you haven't been a fan. Or you are a fan. It's for both, really. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry, it may look like I was struggling a bit. I do have a chest infection, so it was pretty hard to get through this video. But I pushed through it, and hopefully you bared with me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, maybe even subscribe. But until next time, guys, I'm Kyle Tander, and I'll catch you later.